The Brexit trade and security deal was finalized on the eve of December, just a week before the United Kingdom finally leaves the orbit of the 27-nation bloc, its biggest trading partner. But unusually, among trade deals, businesses will face more hurdles, bureaucratic hurdles, than they did while the UK was a member of the EU. We'll learn more about it. Here's Janelle Kasuga reporting live from the United Kingdom. Hello, Janelle.
Hello, Alma. Britain and the European Union struck a trade deal on Thursday after 10 months of intense negotiation, which allowed them to soften the economic shock of Brexit. The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson made an announcement at a press conference. Let's listen in.
I think this deal means a new stability and a new certainty in what has sometimes been a fractious and difficult relationship. We will be your friend, your ally, your supporter, and indeed, never let it be forgotten, your number one market. Because although we left the EU, this country will remain culturally, emotionally, historically, strategically, geologically attached to Europe. Not least, of course, through the 4 million EU nationals who have requested to settle in the UK over the last 4 years and who make an enormous contribution to our country and to our life. We've taken back control of our laws and our destiny. We've taken back control of every jot and tittle of our regulation in a way that is complete and unfettered. From January the 1st, we are outside the customs union and outside the single market. British laws will be made solely by the British Parliament, interpreted by UK judges sitting in UK courts, and the jurisdiction of the European Court of Justice will come to an end. We will be able to...
Britain formally left the EU in January after a deeply divisive referendum in 2016, the first country to split from the political and economic project that was born as the continent rebuilt in the aftermath of World War II. But London remains tied to the EU's rules during a transition period that runs until midnight on December 31st, when the UK will leave the bloc's single market and customs union. With Britain outside the EU, single market and customs area, cross-channel traders will still face a battery of new regulations and delays. Economists expect both economies, already weakened by the coronavirus epidemic, to take a hit as supply chains are disrupted and costs increase. Business breathed a sigh of relief, but called for greater clarity over services and for the move to a new regime as smooth as possible. Meanwhile, leaders around the continent were quick to herald the 11-hour accord that heads off the threat of Britain crashing out of the EU after 47 years of shared history with no follow-on rules. The markets had largely anticipated the announcement of an agreement, and the British pound, which made clear gains on Wednesday, was up by 0.38% against the US dollar on Thursday. Back to you, Alma.
All right. With this post-Brexit trade deal now sealed, are there any big changes that will happen or affect the people and businesses there and around Europe? Can you tell us about that?
Yes, Alma. Both sides warned that major changes are coming from the first. Citizens of the UK and EU will lose the free market to live and work between the two. In a statement from Brussels, it said the EU and the UK will form two separate markets, two distinct regulatory and legal spaces. This will create barriers to trade in goods and services and to cross-border movement and exchanges that do not exist today in both directions. Alma?
Mm-hmm. What about for students And the youth there in the United Kingdom, how will they be affected by this?
Well, Alma, one of the biggest changes that we'll see from the Brexit deal is that university students will no longer be able to participate in what we have as the Erasmus program. This is a scheme we have in the UK that offers students student exchanges, work experience, and apprenticeships within Europe. Instead, the Prime Minister has said that Erasmus will be replaced with a UK-led scheme instead, so that students will not only experience European universities, but universities all around the world. Alma?
All right, thank you very much, Janelle, for your updates there in the United Kingdom. And we'll hear more of Brexit and as we follow this developing story. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Alma. Reporting from London, United Kingdom, I'm Janelle Kasuga. We live in interesting times.